I made a huge mistake. 3 years ago, I worked at an excavation site at a mountain. I was the leader of one of the teams at the excavation. My team consisted of me, John, Francis, and Jason. Me and the group were all drilling into the ground when Jason fell through the ground. Francis and I went to help him, and I instructed John to grab a ladder. Jason had a broken leg, so I tried to calm him down. Francis called our boss and explained the situation. John returned with a ladder, and Francis said that a team of medical professionals will get Jason out. An ambulance arrived, and we went to the hole Jason fell through. He wasn't there. In his place was a trail made from his blood. Me, Francis, John, and a few paramedics went down to find him, thinking he crawled off. The moment my feet touched the ground, I heard the most blood-curdling scream. It was Jason's voice. I ran down the tunnel with everyone following me, and I heard chomping noises. I used my flashlight and saw a red humanoid figure with razor-sharp teeth and black holes with red pupils for eyes staring back at me. It stood up and pointed at me. Francis grabbed my shoulder and told me we had to go. Jason's mutilated corpse was on the ground, and John threw up. We all ran. When we went, I told my boss that we all had to get out of there. I heard the creature shriek from the depths of the cave. I ran home and didn't leave for 3 days. On the news, I saw that a man was found skinned with its legs bitten off. When the house was shown on the news, I saw that it was John's home. Francis called me and we talked about what was on the news. We agreed that we had to leave town. I grabbed all of my stuff like money, my wallet, my phone, etc. I drove to Francis's house, and Francis had bags under his eyes. I told Francis to get some rest, and Francis said that he saw the creature outside of his home that morning. I drove for about 4,000 feet from his home and we saw it. The creature was standing on the road and it was looking at me. It pulled out a mutilated leg. I stepped on it and I kept driving for 2 days straight, only stopping to get gas and snacks. Francis and I hid in a log cabin on the outskirts of a Minnesota town for 2.5 years. 6 months ago, Francis and I finally calmed down and felt safe. I was chopping down a tree to make firewood, and when I put the firewood on the burn pile, I looked to the woods and saw it. That demon found us. I called Francis and told him to get in the car. It wouldn't start. Francis and I ran towards the highway, which was about a half-mile away. I could see the lights from the cars. We ran for about 4 straight minutes when I heard Francis scream. The demon was on top of him. I saw it sink its teeth into the neck of my friend. Francis was killed and the demon was busy eating his corpse. I ran for the highway when I saw police sirens coming down the road. The car stopped by me and I saw it was an ambulance. It was the paramedics telling me to hop in. After we got 3 miles out, they explained that they'd been following the creature hoping to find a weakness. They said that it was pure luck that I escaped in time. What I heard next was the scariest thing I've ever heard. They said that the demon had his teeth very close to my neck, but the lights scared it off. I've been living with them so we can make a plan of attack. Besides, we found a way to stop its reign of terror. The demon has been following us. The paramedics named Tim and Joe have made the ambulance into a living area, and there are 2 beds. 2 of us sleep in the beds and 1 person pulls an all-nighter to keep us on the road. We bought a few crucifixes and stuck them around the ambulance. We're going to the place where it all started, the cave. We plan on trapping it there with multiple crucifixes and other items. Now we'll just be waiting. The 3 of us have been camping at the old abandoned excavation site where the giant hole is still there. Tim and Joe are planning our defenses. I'm going to a gas station to pick up food. After I bought the food, I looked across the road. I have never ran faster in my life. The demon was standing there with a crooked smile. He had fresh blood on his teeth and he started to walk towards me. When I got back, I told Tim and Joe to start the defense system. They did without question. We stood there waiting. After 30 minutes, I heard Joe give out a terrifying scream. The demon's hand was pierced through his torso and the demon licked the blood off of his hands. I grabbed a crucifix and jumped down into the tunnel, luring it into its original resting place. I went into the original place where Jason was killed all those years ago. His skill with maggots and spiders all over it was sitting there. I almost threw up. Tim came in when the demon had me in a corner. I pulled out a crucifix and the demon repelled. We had the advantage and we stuck the crucifixes on the entrance and it was weakened. Tim pulled out a spear gun and shot it at the demon. It pierced the demon's chest and the demon fell to the ground. Tim went over to retrieve his spear, but the demon impaled Tim's chest and fell back down, disintegrating. I took a crucifix and went back to the ambulance and drove off onto the road.